That was a great interview, Jeff. Now finally, where can I find your website?
I don't have a website.
What?
I just never got around to making one.
You know what? I can't take you seriously with an attitude like that. I am extremely disappointed in you. To not have a website is irresponsible, lazy, you lack ambition. I mean, where's the vision?
Don't be like Jeff. Be responsible. Get out there and shine with a beautiful website by Web Orchard, where they will take care of all of your website needs. Go to theweborchard.com right now and get a beautiful website you deserve.
You know what? Get out.
Hi guys, and welcome to the penultimate episode of Season Bravo of the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast. I'm Alex Whiteley, and today this episode features Shrewsbury Food Festival 2024. It wouldn't be the same if I didn't come to this festival. I think Beth Heath and all the team at Shropshire Festivals are wonderful. We've worked so well together. It's been a great partnership since the biscuit began, really. And so it would be outrageous if I didn't turn up. So I had to do it. I've got a couple of things I do want to say before I get into the podcast. First one's an apology. My apology goes to Ruth Pemberton and the guys at Shropshire Mental Health Support. They very kindly offered me tickets to their charity ball, and that was on Saturday the 6th of July. I wrote it down on my diary and on my calendar as the 7th. And I got a text off Kay Gunner, who's a good friend of mine, and she was there, and she took a picture of the place names, and she was like, where are you? And I was like, to be honest with you, I was 6 beers deep watching the football. I hadn't shaved for a few days. I haven't shaved my head for a few days. My hair is very it has to be skin, like I had to bick my hair like and stuff. So it was an absolute panic. I was like, oh my God, I'm not dressed. I don't have an outfit. My babysitter was organised for the next day. Absolute panic, meltdown. I didn't go because I just didn't have time to get ready. I didn't have time to organise things. And I had a few beers, couldn't drive or anything. So it was just a bit, I feel so terrible. But it's one of those things that just happened. But the thing is, I want to stress to people is that I've actually been making a huge effort at the moment to try and organise my life. And, you know, things are getting organised weeks in advance to the hour. You know, there are 2 or 3 things I'm doing at a day. So I felt really guilty that I let this one thing slip. And it's been illustrated to me that these things happen, but I feel terrible. So to the guys at Shropshire Mental Health Support, I hope you guys had a wonderful night. And I'm sorry I couldn't be there. It's just one of those things, and I feel terrible. Next year, though, Ruth did message me the next day today and say, "Oh, it's fine. We can do it next year." So, and also, I want to say a huge thank you to Greenhouse in Shrewsbury. Just last week, we struck up a really nice partnership. I think it's going to be really fun. We're going to do a car series of the Shrewsbury Biscuit. They're going to let me borrow me a car. And then I'm going to take the car and we're going to go and meet up with people from around Shrewsbury, guests at great Shrewsbury locations. I've worked out that my mixer works with my phone. I had nice cameras and stuff, and I want to show people that we can do stuff with just a phone. So rather than break out all the cameras and stuff, I found out I can hook my phone up to my mixer, zoom in, and we can create some really good footage with just that minimal sort of equipment. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to be doing the Shrewsbury Biscuit car series. It is going to be available on YouTube and on the regular podcast too. So I look forward to that. Greenhouse, Shrewsbury, wonderful, great content to come. Anyway, I'm going to get on with the Shrewsbury Food Festival 2024. This is great. I love these events. We speak to some great people during this podcast, and I'm always proud of the things that we come out with from that show with this sort of content, because I always say it's kind of always the same sort of show, but we meet different people every time. We have different conversations. And in fact, I actually enjoyed this festival in a different method. I've been working a lot on slowing down and sort of embracing what's around me. And I sat in a few demos, and I just sat in the field and enjoyed the music. And I wasn't charging around with a microphone. I actually enjoyed myself. And that's not to say I didn't enjoy myself last time. I mean, I kind of went as an enjoyer of food, and there were friends that have been on the podcast that were doing their thing, and I was watching them proudly and stuff. It was really nice. So that's what we're going to hear now. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Shrewsbury Food Festival 2024. Enjoy. I'll catch you at the end. Hey guys, and welcome to Shrewsbury Food Festival 2024. It wouldn't be the same if I didn't come here every year. It's one of the festivals where I love to come. It's just really nice to meet local producers. At the moment I'm stood right by the stalls, made a beeline here because it's so much easier to speak to producers of food when there's not thousands and thousands of people crowded around here, because it's just opened the doors. It's still a bit quiet, but it will get busier later. So let's see who we can find to speak to. Hello, so I'm Alex. I'm from the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast. We're doing some interviews today. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Annette and I run Jeffro's and Artisan Camper. We do a range of sauces and chutneys and also flavoured scratchings.
Amazing. And where does this all come from, Jeffro's? Where does it begin?
Well, we're based in Cannock in Staffordshire. I've always had an interest in food, and about 10 years ago I took the plunge and started the company and started making it all.
It's like a huge leap of faith, isn't it, to go from something you're thinking about doing to actually doing it, right? What was that like at the time?
Yeah, it was quite scary, I suppose. I think it was a now or never decision. So I thought, well, I might end up regretting it, but I thought if you don't have a go, you don't know, do you? So I'm pleased we did it. So I started it myself, and then my husband joined me, and we both work full time on it now with a bit of help from family and friends.
You've got quite a range of amazing sauces, and how long does it take to create a range like that? Does that come out straight away, or do you have to trial and error to get it right?
Yeah, it is. We tend to bring one new sauce out and one new product out a year because we do listen to people, listen to what they want, and then we obviously go and develop the sauce or the chutney. And then test it out before we actually go into full production of it. So yeah, it's quite a long process.
And what's your specialist sauce or chutney? What's the one that flies off the shelf?
The one that probably we started with, which is my signature one, I suppose, which was red chilli and garlic, and that's still a bestseller really. But we've got a few close contenders now. Our Naga, which is the really hot one, and we've just brought a new one out called Lord Reaper, and that's proving very popular as well.
Sounds great, right up my street. How far does your product reach? How far are people reaching out to come get your product?
Well, we travel up and down the country. So a few weekends ago, we was down in Cornwall doing a sea shanty festival. We haven't ventured up to Scotland yet, but we do go quite a long way. So yeah. Brilliant.
And if anybody want to get a hold of one of your Jeffro's chutneys, how would they go ahead and buy it?
Yeah, we've got a website. It's jeffros.co.uk. We do all online orders, and you can find us in little local delis, butchers, and the list is on the website as well.
Brilliant. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
Yeah, so my name's Lewis. I work for Start Tech. We're certified IT and cyber experts. It's our second year at the Shrewsbury Food Festival, and a lot of people ask us, why are an IT company at a food festival, which is a very valid question. We work with a lot of the other vendors and exhibitors here, helping them with their IT, and it's a great way for us to get our name out there and speak to as many people as possible, really.
And itineraries as well. People want IT systems running in the background so they can keep inventories and look at analytics and things, and it's really important to be a part of that, right?
Yeah, absolutely, definitely. IT touches more than anything nowadays. People can't function without it. So yeah, vital ingredient, shall we say, to keeping things running.
And being surrounded by so many local producers that may be on the lookout for information or even to find someone like yourselves to work with must be a great opportunity for you guys.
Yeah, it's great. It really is. Like I say, we work with a number of the other exhibitors already, but getting out and about and seeing and meeting other people is fantastic as well. So today we've got a few games. We've got a crack the safe game where we're pointing people to other stalls and other vendors to drive traffic to them, so they can come back and win a Ninja wood-fired barbecue kit worth 500 quid. So yeah, it's good.
It's an Adam Pennell playing with one of them, Shropshire lad. That's quite cool.
Oh, right.
You seen last year, you were here.
Yeah.
Did it pay off last year? Did you oh my God, that was amazing. We got so much outreach and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. So I work in sales. I'm new business development for Start Tech, and I go to meetings quite a lot, and people are like, I've heard of you guys from somewhere and I can't think where, and we say, possibly the food festival, possibly Oktoberfest, which is another festival we do. So yeah, it definitely pays off, and just to raise awareness about who StartTech are and what we do.
When it comes to technology and understanding things like IT, I feel like the next generation, my kid's 9, he's been playing with a tablet since he was 2.
Yeah.
These kids are going to be so bloody brilliant when it comes to IT and tech.
Yep.
How are you guys sort of adapting for getting ready for that? Because, I mean, inevitably there's got to be an insurge of young people rushing towards this technology, right? There's got to be.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we certainly hope so, because there's definitely a shortfall in people who are in our sector. So recruitment is a bit of an issue at the moment. There's a shortfall of about 60,000 people in the UK that we need to fill. So the fact that, like you mentioned, your child uses their iPad and stuff like that is fantastic. So hopefully we'll see a surge. Yeah, absolutely.
Brilliant. I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to ask everybody. What's your signature dish? What do you, if you're going to like cook to impress?
Yeah.
What's the one dish you'd go to?
Okay. So I cook a lot. I would say beef birria tacos. I used to own a taco van. I used to do events like this on my trailer.
John Favreau.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely beef birria tacos. Dip it in the consommé. You're away.
Amazing. Final question, where can people find you guys?
People can find us next to My Workwear, in the main sort of exhibitor, the central bit of the food stalls, essentially, yeah.
And on Instagram, it's just Smart Tech, yeah?
StartTech, yeah. So StartTech MSP is our Instagram.
Brilliant. Fantastic. Nice to meet you guys. Hope you have a great day.
And
Cheers.
you, take care.
Thank you, bye. So I'm Alex, I'm from the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast. Would you like to introduce yourself and where you come from?
Yeah, so I'm Tim from Olatori Kitchen. So we're a Polish street food, Polish pierogi, which is like a ravioli, a filled pasta dumpling.
Where are you guys based?
So we're based in Shrewsbury, based in Abbey Foregate.
Oh, fantastic.
So based in the shed.
That's amazing. And how long ago did you start this?
About 2022. So it'd been in the pipeline since 2019, and then with all the regulations and getting everything ready, took a couple of years of getting everything where we wanted, but 2022 we launched it at the Shrewsbury Food Festival.
And what's the idea? Is this a traditional Polish food, or is it like a hybrid food? What is it?
So it's a traditional Polish food, but we mix. So the ingredients and the recipes are British. So we've got spinach, goat cheese, sweet potato. We've got tomato and mozzarella. So we're using British flavours or British ideas mixed with Polish recipes and Polish sort of the shell, should we say. But then we also have traditional ones like curd, cheese, potato and onion. And then we've got American ones like cheddar, cheese, bacon and potato.
And how long did it take for you guys to get this right? Like the trial and error of it all?
It was about a year of real trial and error before we could then get it all like shelf life testing and the rest of the stuff.
And how has Shrewsbury responded to this? Because it's quite
really good. There's a lot of people that want it from Shrewsbury. There's a lot of people that aren't scared of trying new things, and they all just something new and wonderful.
Is it a good mixture of Eastern Europeans and locals that want to get involved to trying something new? Or
there's a really good mix of Eastern Europeans, Polish, Ukrainians, Latvian, and then there's a lot of British people that have either travelled over there when they were younger or have relatives from a couple of generations ago that want to try it, or people that have gone, ooh, little mini pie, let's have that, and things like that.
And so to be here at the food festival around these amazing creators from all around Shropshire, we spoke to someone from Cannock, they're everywhere, but to be amongst these people, what's that for you guys?
It's great to be surrounded by so many artisan producers, so many local producers, but also ones from around the UK, and just be able to network with everyone and speak to everyone and different ideas and pass on different hints and tips that you may have or they may have that can just help everyone's business grow, especially the food scene. It's so good in the UK that just trying to nurture it and grow it bigger.
Is there anything from, say, the Polish community that they're asking you to put together that you can't quite get right and you're trying to get it right? Like, is there anything that you want to be able to produce that you're working on, maybe?
Yeah, there's different things like guamki, which is like cabbage rolls. We're in the process of trying to get those produced at the moment. Beetroot soup's ready for Christmas. So then there'll be set sort of meal plans ready for Christmas and then Easter for different holidays. And that's what we're trying to work in at the moment, being asked for.
Okay, I've seen a leaflet here. The Shrewsbury Good Food Trail Trail. What do you know much about that?
So we're part of the Shrewsbury Good Food Trail. As a business, we're one of their first members and one of the charter members. So it's all about the environment, sustainability, local food, utilising local ingredients in a sustainable way. So we're a plastic-free business, and we're I'd say 99% zero waste. So any food waste gets composted, and then everything else we're recycling or finding ways to recycle or reuse, basically, which is why our tubs are cardboard, not plastic bags, because then they can be reused as plant pots, as pencil cases, and it's all to do with the good food, about trying to make food as sustainable as it can be and the way that it's produced and packaged and sold.
I love it. I love everything that you guys are doing. It's amazing. It really is. I'm going to end this with, first of all, how can people find you and maybe order off you?
Yeah, so our website's www.olatorikitchen.co.uk, and you can order on the website or come and see us at the shed in Aaah Foregate, and we've got them in stock there.
Wonderful. And then one final question I'm asking everyone today. Your signature dish. If you're going to cook one dish to impress, what would be your dish to cook?
See, for me it'd be a roast dinner.
A roast dinner?
Yeah, proper traditional roast dinner with really nice big Yorkshire puddings, and then the aim would be to try and translate that into the pierogi at some point to really go for a real British dish. We do a Christmas dinner one, and so it's that sort of play on that.
That's cool. We had a family over from America recently. I was like, where can you go in America for a Sunday roast? And they were like, nowhere.
No.
And I was like, that's a money making idea, isn't it?
Fish and chips. You can't get that in the US either.
Strange.
Just no good.
There you go, the money-making idea on the Shrewsbury Biscuit just for you guys. Well, thank you so much for chatting to me today, and I hope you enjoy your time at Shrewsbury Food Festival.
Perfect, thank you very much for your time.
Cheers. So walking around, I found my good friend, Mr. Luke Crump. How are you?
Hello, Alex. I'm very well, yeah. The atmosphere is good, and we're enjoying the first day at the Shrewsbury Food Festival.
What does a festival look like for you? What are you doing at a festival? What do you tend to do?
Busy. Yeah, I normally kick off with a large kind of live drawing that I do over the weekend. So people come up to me and talk and tell me what they've seen, and I include it in the piece. I don't get much chance to look around when I'm working away in my doodle gazebo, but
doodle gazebo, which looks amazing, by the way.
Thank you very much.
I think that's the first time I've seen your Google gazebo in person. I've seen pictures of it, but yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, I did this a couple of summers ago in the blazing heat, but yeah, it gets around quite a lot, especially this time of year. We've got a few festivals coming up, but this is the first one of the year, and it's a nice one to kick off with. Yeah,
fantastic. You're always doodling on really unique things. What's the most unique thing you've been doodling on recently?
I would say I've done a piano actually at the Hive. That's just one I've just remembered. That was quite a unique one with the young curators. So worked with a couple of them, and that was really, really good. Eye-catching piece, I would say.
Are requests coming in thick and thin for you to do commissions and things? Are you working hard?
Yes, yeah, commissions are kind of bread and butter. So I do all sorts, tattoos and shoes, guitars. I mean, you name it, I'll draw it.
Tattoo? I've never even thought about a Luke Crump tattoo. Yeah. How amazing would that be?
We recently had a drummer that asked for an octopus playing the drums. So that's on someone somewhere in the world.
That's on my mind now. I'd love to get a Luke Crump tattoo one day. Well, listen, it's great to see you. If anybody does want to get a commission from you and follow your work and stuff, where can they find you?
On all the socials, just under my name, Luke Crump, or lukecrump.com, and you can give me a shout there and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
Brilliant. Well, it's nice chatting to you.
And you.
Have a good time at the festival this weekend. Cool, cheers. Luke's a good friend. I've seen him many times. So if you don't know who he is by now, make sure you give him a Google. And obviously you're not a massive listener of the show, you know what I mean? Just saying. I'm doing a walk and talk now. These are the one things that it's kind of nervy, but it kind of helps me build momentum. Would you like to do it? I'm walking around with a live microphone. Would you like to chat to us? I'm Alex. I'm from the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast.
Hi.
Would you like to introduce yourself?
I'm Chris Dwyer. I'm from Darwin's of Shrewsbury.
Darwin's of Shrewsbury. What's Darwin's of Shrewsbury? I've seen you guys. I know you guys, but for the listeners.
We're based over in Battlefield Road there, next to the Red Lion pub, and we manufactured, make, design, install kitchens, bedrooms, and bathrooms. And we're one of the few companies in Shrewsbury that are actually government endorsed and registered to do that.
Amazing. And how long is this like a family-run business? I mean, how long has it been going for?
Yeah, it is a family business. We've been trading now as Darwin's of Shrewsbury for about 2 years in the town. And so far it's been very successful.
has grown really quickly. I mean, what does that look like for you guys when it grows like that? Is that successful? Is it too much at times? I mean, how does that look as a business? I mean, are you treading water, or are you rushing as fast as you can to fulfill your...
Well, no, when you run your own business, you're always busy. But no, it's been very successful over the last couple of years. So, and we offer quite a unique service because we're totally independent. We're not actually tied to any specific brand. So that lets us, source any type of material you want. There's well over 100 colours of cabinets we can choose, let alone several hundred doors to choose from. So the choice is vast. And if somebody comes into us and says, "Oh, I've seen this on the internet," yeah, we can make that.
This is the perfect place for you, isn't it? Like it's a food festival, and where do you cook food? Is a kitchen. I mean, it makes sense, doesn't it, to be here?
Well, yeah, it's ideal. You wouldn't want to do it in the bathroom.
No, exactly, no. And what does it mean for you guys to be here? Amongst all these people, are you getting lots of inspiration?
Well, yes, it's important to support. I think local Shrewsbury businesses need to support local Shrewsbury events, and the food festival. We've been here for the last 3 years, I think. It's been a good sort of brand awareness for us. So it's nice to support a local event in Shrewsbury.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for chatting to me today. Where can people find you guys? Are you on social media or website? Or what?
Yeah, darwinsofshrewsbury.co.uk. We're on Facebook and all the other social channels.
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much. What I'm asking everybody, I've got to go back and ask Luke Crump actually. One signature dish. If you were going to cook one dish to impress someone, what would be your go-to dish?
It's always lasagna with me.
Lasagna? You can't beat a lasagna though, can you?
That's what I mean.
It's proper home...
Safe.
Yeah, safe,
Brilliant.
Warm, home field. Brilliant, love it.
Do you want to take a balloon?
I won't take a balloon, only because I need both my hands, but I appreciate you offering me a balloon, sir.
We're only giving away to the kiddies, see?
We get brownie points for the balloon. I need to go back to Luke Crump because I forgot to ask him something. The food. Luke, I completely forgot to ask you. I'm still live with the microphone, I'm sorry. We're asking everybody, and I forgot to ask you, one signature dish, one dish to impress someone. What would be the thing you would cook?
I make quite a mean veggie lentil dal. It sounds boring, but I'm a bit of a master with the spices, a lot of practice. A recipe from Malaysia, so yeah, that's one of my go-tos.
That's probably the most complex answer we've had so far, so I love that. That's fantastic. Fantastic. You're winning so far, Luke. There we go.
Oh, hello.
Get your wiggle on with James Watson. How are you? You all right?
I'm really well, thank you. Yes, how are you?
Are you well? Because I know it's been
a busy week getting ready for the awesome food fest, but we're here today with lots of children and adults, all very talented members from our community, and ready to put on a fab show.
I couldn't walk by and not come and say hello to you guys there, because Timmy has come out of his shell completely since joining Get Your Wiggle On. He absolutely loves it. I think it's an amazing thing what you do for young people. It really is.
Thank you. I mean, we love having Timmy. He's great. Yeah, I mean, we love what we do, and our mission is to really give these children in Shropshire these performance opportunities across the county in Theatre 7 and at events like this, and just being able to kind of help them grow in areas such as their confidence is wonderful to watch. Really rewarding, actually.
I don't think I've spoken to you since the other studio opened in the Quarry. I don't think we've spoken since then.
No.
How's that gone? I mean, you've expanded massively, huge.
Yeah, it's going really well. So we've got quite a big staff team now. So we run 2 studios, and we have lots of kids from Shropshire and from Telford, Wolverhampton, Ludlow area, and Wales, all sorts. And the 2 studios is great because it means that we've got more space to run basically sessions and allow more time to work on our projects and make sure our shows are as awesome as possible.
You guys have always got shows on at Theatre 7. You guys are constantly pumping out great content, and it's really good to see. I mean, you guys are you've got the scene locked down now. It's amazing. How's that feel to go from, because we've spoken to Aaah. Aaah's come on our show. We've seen you guys kind of talked about you guys from the beginning to where you are now. Well, how does it feel to be where you are after the journey you've all been on?
Surreal. I don't know if I really believe it myself sometimes. We were just saying the other day it was our 12-year anniversary of opening the very first Wiggle studio, which is down by the fire station. And sometimes I really have to step out of the picture and kind of see what we've created, and it is an amazing feeling. I think being in the bubble of it, I don't very often take a moment to really appreciate that, but I'm really proud of what we've all achieved together as a community, and it's not just myself and Ross, it's the people around us and our support network, and it's been it's wonderful, really wonderful.
You're seeing young people going on to academies and amazing drama schools, and of course just mentioned Aaah Wilson going on to do TV and all this sort of stuff. So to offer that I wouldn't say a stepping stone. To call Wiggle a stepping stone is probably a massive, but just to see those people progress on to go what you've offered them, that must be really nice.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's, to be honest, as much as I find that rewarding, also even just seeing a child who might struggle at school to put their hand up in class and hear 6 months later that coming to one of our sessions, actually they have the confidence to speak up and deliver a presentation or helping adults who are going through a tough time. It's all really rewarding, but we obviously have some, well, they're not kids anymore, but kids that have now gone on to do amazing things, such as working on, working on the West End. We've got a few there, and cruise ships and professional tours and on TV and, on stage. It's incredible. Yeah, really incredible.
I envy any. I mean, I could. I don't think I'd get on stage.
Oh,
I don't think I could. I don't think I could. I could do this. I've done stuff. I've been at work at the prison, done a bit of acting, but I mean, I love a good Bill Sykes. I think I was born to play Bill Sykes. I think I'd love it, but I just don't have the confidence. So to be able to offer that to someone is amazing. I really like that.
Well, what we need to do then is get you into the adult Wiggle musical theatre group, and we'll work on that confidence, and we'll get you on stage, get you to that Bill Sykes.
Amazing. If any parents listening to this want to sign their kids up, how do they go about it? I mean, what's the process?
Well, if they're here this weekend, come and see me or the lovely Danny. We're here all weekend. Otherwise, they can go onto our Wiggle website, which is getyouwiggle.com, or we've got a studio on as well, and just drop us an email or give us a phone call.
And there's a spot here for a plug if you've got any shows coming up. Is there any?
We do have a show. So next week we're at Theatre 7 all week with the lovely musical My Fair Lady. It's a classic. It's never been performed at Theatre 7 before, even though it's been available, and it's just a beautiful show. And there's a lovely moment where you might have read the Shropshire Star, but Heather Gamer, who's been in theatre for years, she's come back to do the show, and she played Eliza Doolittle when she was younger, and her granddaughter's actually playing Eliza Doolittle.
Oh wow!
So it's a lovely moment where those two share a lovely scene together. She's playing Mrs. Higgins, and Gemma is playing Eliza Doolittle. And Gemma's done lots with us before, such as Maria in Sound of Music. And it's a beautiful show, and we're really excited to put that on, really.
Oh, brilliant. It's always great to chat to you, James.
Oh, thank you.
And to everybody at Wiggle, what you guys doing is amazing, so yeah, brilliant.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for reminding me why my wife's...
Oh, go on.
We're asking people, if you had a dish to impress, one dish, what would you cook?
Oh,
what is your
don't ask me
signature
that
dish?
question. I'm really terrible in the kitchen. Oh my god.
Well, what if you had to?
It's not a very exotic dish, but I feel like I make a killer omelette. Don't know if that's good.
Don't knock an omelette. An omelette is like, some people...
You put it in the grill after, and you kind of grill the cheese, and it looks great. I'm just not very good in the kitchen. I've been trying and promising my husband for 14 years to get better.
Well, one of my dishes, I think I make the best cheese on toast on the planet.
Oh, nice. Yeah, great.
I mean, so it can be basic.
What's your special recipe? How did you do that?
It's just years and years of skill.
Okay, top secret.
Top secret. Nice chatting to you.
Lovely. Thank you for having me.
It's very rare you'll find me sitting, relaxing, enjoying a demo at the food festival, which is a weird thing to say because I'm usually about doing lots of interviews. But that was really good, Steve, the hungry guy.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I mean, it's nice to see you get to take something in, because I know perfectly well I've seen you charging around this place 100 miles an hour. trying to tie both of ourselves down, aren't we, Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to learn to deal with anxiety and PTSD, which I'm learning to live with as well. So now I'm deciding to sort of relax a bit. Take in the environment. Again, don't be charging around looking for this, that and the other. Yeah. Don't forget your beans.
Don't forget me beans, yeah.
What's it like, because you cook a completely different way to people.
Yeah.
You empty your cupboards, you cook with what you've got, but you're there live in front of people, and there was some ums and some ahs when you were putting peels into stocks and stuff. What's that like for you?
I love it. I mean, it's great, because I find it's a bit of a seesaw balancing act, because you find there's a pressure to perform because you need to put something out there, but at the same time, if something goes wrong, it goes wrong, doesn't it? So you kind of roll with the punches, and you've got a great get out clause if you've never made it before. If it's a practice dish, you've got to get it right. If you're just on the fly, you end up wherever you want.
Have you ever got one of these wrong?
Oh, at home all the time, yeah. Fortunately, they've always turned out okay. I did do a couple of demos last year where I sort of got to the end and I thought it looked how I wanted it to look, but the flavour wasn't quite right. And then I thought, please don't offer this out to the crowd to taste. And anyway, then they offered it out to the crowd to taste, so I sort of ducked in the back very quickly.
I've always had this nightmare idea of being on Saturday afternoon kitchen TV shows when they give you something that is like just awful to eat. We've had this conversation on the podcast, and you have to eat it, and you're like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a strange one.
Yeah.
What's your year been like so far? Have you been working hard on things? You've been working with the Aaah, you've been working with the schools.
Yeah. My kind of big focus this year has been trying to develop my community work and trying to get in amongst Shropshire, trying to make a bit of a difference, inspire people to cook a bit more, and kind of work with the people that maybe don't have the same opportunities as others, for whatever reason that is. You know, there's a million great courses happening out in Shropshire. So to kind of be a part of all those, joining forces with some really good doers and do-gooders, that's what I was looking for, and things like that. It's been really great. Hectic, but good. You know, very, very busy schedule, and you realise how many people are in need of a helping hand when you start kind of working through it.
Yeah, it's really good because you're setting the scene for so much. Like when it comes to using what you've got locally, I think like you're like kind of pushing that in a really good way, and it's just nice to see, refreshing. Because I think when we're watching The Bear, right, and it's given me so much anxiety because he's like cooking things and then throwing them away, and cooking things and then throwing them away, and I'm thinking Steve the Hungry Guy would hate this.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I mean, it's different, isn't it? Because my attitude towards food is those kind of restaurants are charging hundreds of pounds for a meal, and it needs to be absolutely right for the money they're charging, you know. Whereas my style's much more relaxed, much more laid back. My prices are much more reasonable, which I think gives me more of a window opportunity to be able to take a few more risks, to be able to maybe not get things 100% perfect all the time, but it's those imperfections in food that I find are what attract me to it. Like I have a struggle with clinically perfect food. You know, some of the top 2-3 Michelin star restaurants you eat in, and I struggle to kind of get into it because I feel like it's too orchestrated, it's too perfect, it's almost too contrived, where for me food should be a little bit more real.
It's great for an Instagram era, isn't it? But you're right, it's got to be practical as well.
Yeah. It's got to deliver on flavour, and it's got to deliver on soul, and that's the big thing I find that a lot of places miss the mark. Is a lot of restaurants they aim too high with the fancy pants side of things, and they don't quite nail the soul in the food, you know, and I think you can taste that.
Yeah, brilliant. That's amazing. Right, we're asking a question for everybody, which is going to be an awkward one to ask for you because you're a chef. One signature dish to impress with. What are you cooking? What's your signature dish?
Okay, so for me,
if you've got time to prep, by the way.
Yeah, if I've got, yeah. Okay, so what I do is I would slow cook a leg of lamb, smothered in some anchovy, garlic, lemon juice, lemon zest, plenty of olive oil, and just cook that down really slowly so it's kind of unctuous, juicy, falls apart. And then I just cook down some white beans with a splash of water, some goat's cheese as a base. Pull all that meat over the top of that, and then dash it with a load of salsa verde on the top. Maybe a few crispy onions or a few chunks of croutons or bread or something to add a bit of crunch to it. But kind of, that sort of vibe. Just indulgent, oozy, cheesy. Someone's rubbing my ears here. Oh, here he is. Oh, of course it is. And that's the way I'd go. I'd go nice, comforting food.
Okay, all right. It's ruining our interview, Mr. Tinsley.
As always, he normally does that himself, doesn't he?
We've had. I think the most basic thing we had James Broxton from Get Your Wiggle On with his omelette. I like to cook an omelette.
Yeah.
I was like, an omelette's good.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a way forward. And you know what? A good omelette, and it's one of those dishes. It's not easy to cook an omelette. I was saying this the other day to someone. I haven't cooked an omelette for years, and I'd be terrified of having to cook an omelette because everyone thinks it's easy. But actually, to get it right, kind of oozy enough and not too dry, it's a real skill, and it's a real comfort food.
Yeah, amazing. Well, tell people where they can find you on social media.
@_the Hungry Guy on Instagram or @the Hungry Guy Shropshire on Facebook.
Brilliant. It's nice to see you, man.
Pleasure as always.
Have
See
a great
you later.
weekend. See you. Bumped into my good friend, Mr. Liam Tinsley. How are you, man?
I'm very well, mate. How are you?
How's the restaurant thing going at the Theatre 7? It's going good?
It's going well. It is ticking along nicely. We are doing some exciting things coming up. And at the minute, if you are a Friends of the Theatre membership, you get a free dessert or interval drink as well.
That sounds amazing. It's such a great place. Really, just go now, have some food, then catch a show. How are you enjoying the food festival so far? Still early on, right?
It's good. I've only been here about half an hour. I had trouble at the gate because my phone wasn't loading, so I couldn't get in properly, but it's all sorted now. But yeah, no, it's all good. It's weather's holding out for now.
You've done it now?
Yeah, well, it was this time last year when it absolutely hammered it down, so...
I do remember this a lot, actually. It is about this time of day, actually, as well. Right, we're asking everybody today, right, signature dishes. You have one dish to impress. What are you cooking?
Belly pork ramen.
Belly pork ramen.
Yeah, with a nice dashi in it, nice poached egg on top, and a bit of crispy chili on it.
You can make me those piggy bits. Those piggy bits that you make.
Oh yeah, do that on top of a ramen. It's got best of both worlds then, isn't it? Yeah. Or the steak that I made you.
The steak, that was sexy. That was so good.
A nice steak. You can't. It's a standard, isn't it?
I talk about your steak all the time. I remember having steak, and I was like, "Do you know who makes a really nice steak? Is Liam Tinsley." I didn't say it. I said it in that voice as well.
I heard you on the. I don't know. I can't remember who you were interviewing, but you mentioned it on there as well. I appreciate it.
You did something to me. Well, listen, all the best for the restaurant.
Yeah,
always great to see you, my friend. And where can people follow you and stuff? You know,
the restaurant at Theatre 7 on all social medias. And if you have any questions, it is eat@therestauranttheatre7.co.uk, and it will all get answered. And that you can do corporate events and everything.
Cool.
Thank you very much.
Right. We can't come to one of these events without speaking to the guys from Raw, who I am hopefully going to be working with soon. Do you guys want to introduce yourselves?
I'm Reese. I'm one of the boxing coaches at Raw.
And yourself?
I'm Roxy, and I'm a kickboxer.
Nice. How long have you guys been involved with Raw then?
It's about a year and a half now. Yeah, I started off as a student and then got the job as a coach within a few months, which is quite nice.
My kids just started. Probably, I don't know if I can say that because of safeguarding, but my kids loving it.
Oh, cool.
Absolutely loving Raw because I think it helps just burn off a bit of energy and teach the kids a martial art as well.
Yeah, it's all about like discipline, consistency. It's not just about learning how to punch and kick. It's more life lessons as well as just martial arts, if you understand.
Discipline's really, really important in these things, isn't it?
Yeah, and it also makes them very tired, so they sleep well at night and just leave you alone.
That's amazing. There you go, parents. That's a good enough reason just to go. You guys, in the year and a half, you guys have you that you've known Raw? Have you seen growth? Has it been growing faster?
Massively. Yeah, we started off as renting in Pressfield School in Shrewsbury, in like a sports hall, and now we're into like our own academy, professional equipment, ring, cage. Twice the amount of people coming every month. It's a huge growth.
I got to say as well, listeners, I dropped my kid off and it's a full class, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we also teach in Telford. We're planning to expand further in Shropshire.
Amazing. What do you think is the best thing about this? What you guys do? What's the best thing for the kids?
I think it's good. It helps with everything in life, but also you meet people that are on a similar thing. If they've been through bad things in their life and they're looking to try and fix their problems, they're all in the same room and it's all in a positive way to fix it, as opposed to just going out and having a beer with your friends to try and fix your problems. It's actually fixing it.
Do you reckon it's good, like somebody that might walk in with an ego, bit of an attitude problem? Do you think that can really help?
It's happened many times for people to come in, but you soon learn respect and humility in front of when you're being punched.
I'm going to ask you the opposite of the spectrum. What do you think are the biggest challenges of doing something like Raw?
Oh gosh, I feel like trying to explain to people that it's not just about learning how to punch someone, but it's almost about learning how to become calmer. It helps a lot with ADHD. We have quite a few students with ADHD and quite a few students who are very shy and actually don't like to be around people, but it helps them open themselves up and make new friends. And I think it's hard when people see us punching things, they think it's very aggressive, but in reality it's completely opposite. We're teaching people how to become calmer and how to make friends. Yeah.
I got taught when I was a kid, if you lose your temper, you've lost already. So it's all about breathing and sort of keeping composure, right?
Definitely.
100%. Even when you're sparring and stuff, if someone lands a lucky shot on you and you get a bit annoyed, it's the worst thing you can do.
Yeah.
You have to stop and think about what you're doing and then act again, which is the same in life whenever you make a mistake.
Absolutely. I'm going to ask you guys some kind of personal questions, one each. But signature dishes to cook. If you had one, okay, all right, we talked about Australia. But if you had one signature dish, you got impressed with one dish. What are you cooking?
I've got to say something Italian now, haven't I? We'll find.
I think you should throw like a curveball and be like, there's a Russian dish that I cook.
No. I'd say an Italian pasta dish called Vibo Valencia.
Vibo Valencia.
Yeah. Nice, spicy, with an Italian sausage called Endoia.
Nice. And yourself?
Chinese dumplings with beef and chives.
Right, listeners, we've got to decide which one of these is, because they both sound kick-ass.
Mine is better.
Oh, brilliant. Well, thank you for chatting to me, guys, and I hope you guys have a great weekend.
You too, thank you.
Cheers. Right, so I'm... This is great. We've got the Dirty Rockin Scoundrels in the background as I record this bit. So this is going to be the end of part 1. This is one episode, but this is end of day 1. We've had some really good interviews. I'm trying to space myself out over 2 days. So tomorrow we're going to get some more interviews with chefs, maybe some musicians as well. I feel today's been great. The weather is holding off, and there are lots of people sitting around on picnic blankets with the kids dancing. There's music going, there's a barbecue going as well. Steve the hungry guy, he's like smoking the place out with his amazing smoky smells. It's amazing. So yeah, join us for part 2 in a sec. So we're now on day 2. The Shirish Rovers are singing beautifully in the background. I've got Timmy with me today. Say hi.
Hello.
Hi. We're going to go find a couple of people to speak to today. There's a couple more chefs I want to speak to. I want to find Beth Heath, of course. But it's nice to be here. It's cooler today, which it sounds like a negative thing to say, but it's not. It feels fresh. It feels nice. It's not too hot and it's dry. So we're going to go find some people to speak to, and yeah, let's find what we can get on day 2. Is there anybody you'd like to speak to today?
No, not really.
Not really? I'm sure we can find someone though, can't we?
Nah.
No?
No.
You just want to go play with the toys, don't you?
Yeah.
And the bouncy castles.
Yeah, I've just been on the toy truck.
You've been on the toy truck zooming down the hill.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at the big giant duck. That's quite cool, isn't it?
Yeah. I want to talk to a big giant duck.
I mean, Beth Heath brought her own kaiju to the festival, which is great. Big kaiju duck. Anyway, let's go find someone to speak to. All right, let's do this. So Timmy found a place where he can sit and design a T-shirt. What are you drawing on this T-shirt you're designing?
I'm drawing the Iron Giant.
Yeah, and you like that, the movie and the book, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing. And it's at the My Workwear store. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name's Lauren. I'm the sales office manager at My Workwear. And yeah, we're here.
Nice to meet you. I'm Alex. I'm from the Shrewsbury Biscuit. So tell us what you guys have been doing here today.
So we're just here, making everybody aware of our brand, relatively local, but we've got T-shirt designing so kids can be given a chance to win their design on a T-shirt. We've got a treasure hunt so people can spin the wheel once they've completed that and win caps, win water bottles.
Those caps are pretty cool, to be fair. I'm an avid hat wearer. Yesterday was busy. How was that for you guys?
Yeah, it was really, really good yesterday. It was a bit of a brighter day, a bit warmer, so it was really good, but it's really picked up today as well. Really good.
Yeah, it's quite nice today. It feels really fresh, I think. You know what I mean? It's
I don't know, I'm a bit cold.
Oh yeah, a bit chilly. So how long have you been part of My Workwear then?
I've been part of My Workwear 3 years.
3 years. And has it grown as a thing since you've been?
Absolutely. I mean, we go strength to strength. We've doubled in size, so it's really good, really good.
And the idea is if you've got a company and you want to put your brand on the clothes.
Absolutely. We do branded workwear and PPE. We do over 5,000 different products. So whatever you need, whether you want to brand it up for merch, whether you're a small company, whether you're a big company with loads of people, we do it all.
It's really handy to know because I like my biscuit top. I make T-shirts with the Shrewsbury Biscuit logo and stuff. So it's nice to know that you guys are there.
Absolutely. Yeah, we get all kinds of weird and wonderful requests, hen do's, stag do's.
Brilliant. And where can people find you guys?
We're in Halesfield Industrial Estate in Telford.
Oh, cool. And you're on social media, so?
Absolutely. We're on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, you name it. We're everywhere.
Brilliant. Thank you. Well, thank you for chatting to me today. And
No problem.
Hopefully this T-shirt that he's designing comes out well.
I like it.
So I'm Alex, I'm from the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast. Would you like to introduce yourself to my listeners?
I'm James Sherwin. I'm from Wild Shropshire Restaurant up in Sleepy Whitchurch.
Sleepy Whitchurch. And you're here amongst all these avid food fans and chefs alike as well. What does it mean for you to be somewhere like this today?
It's just really nice. It's one of the ones we look forward to all year. It's one of the big ones, isn't it? So it's nice to come from, we're up in Whitchurch, kind of forgotten about up there, and then you come down and there's loads of people here, and there's loads of people watching this demo, and there's loads of people in the chef's school. So it's just really nice to kind of come and talk to the restaurant about people who want to know about the restaurant, and they're here, to see you and not, forcing it on them a wee bit.
I don't mean to bring like pop culture into your story, but we're watching The Bear at the moment. I love The Bear, season 3, and they're talking a lot about legacy of a kitchen you're a part of, or you take a little bit and then you move it onto your restaurant, and then someone take a bit. Like when you're doing something like this, and the people are paying attention to what you're doing because you're the chef you've become. Do you ever like think back about when you were the chef up and coming and learning this skill and the things that you've learned on the way?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I was having this conversation with another chef who'd worked with me a while ago, and she was saying there are certain things I will take from you, and wherever I go, they will be part of my skill set and what I do and what I know and how I do my food. And I'm thinking about that. I was like, okay, so I know I nicked this off this guy, and I nicked this off this guy, and not but like. And they become part of your thing, and while we've changed things up a little bit, there is that definite. I can trace back what we do to people I've worked with or books I've read, and that direct correlation, which is really lovely. And it's and there will be people who hopefully work with me one day, and 20 years time I'll see a dish on Instagram and think, okay, so I know that, and
that's where culinary tradition comes from, though, isn't it? It's from those original ideas that someone's changed a little bit. I mean,
completely. I mean, we do a lot of fermentation and pickling and stuff in our food, which is very modern and very cool. Our great grandparents were doing it because they had to, and it's seen as this really modern thing, but it's old hat. But legacy, I guess.
And how's the restaurant going? Is it going well? Is it
super busy? I mean, we're in a really nice space at the moment. I don't like to say that because it makes me paranoid, but I've had all these lofty ambitions for a while because I'm an ambitious guy and want to do stuff. All of a sudden I've got a team on who are pushing and doing all these things, and all these things I've envisioned they're pushing and doing, and, so we've gone down this sustainability route, and we're doing things no one else is doing because these guys have come on. So the restaurant's good at the moment.
I'd love to pop in sometime and we'll have a proper interview.
That'd be great. I love nothing more than talk about the restaurant, to be honest, when people make me say it's...
We've got 5 minutes here. I'd rather sit with you an hour and find out about your history. That'd be really nice.
Yeah, sounds good to me. Yeah, anytime.
Brilliant, nice one. Cheers.
Nice.
Right, so I found the guy you just heard shouting down the microphone while I was trying to do an interview, doing his job. Mr. Chris Burt, how are you, man?
I'm all right, yeah. It's been a hell of a weekend.
Yeah. What goes into planning something like this? Because I know, like, we've talked about this before, but like every year is different for you, isn't it? So I mean, planning what you're doing, the demos, the chef schools. I mean, is that a lot of homework for you?
That's a lot of work in itself, but we decided to open a restaurant and buy an ice cream company as well. So it's been an absolutely manic 2-3 months because this sort of took the back burner, and then as soon as the restaurant was completed, then it's all hands on deck to try and get this finished. But and as you can see next door, we've got my wife's cook-along school with the kids. So we're almost doing triple what we did last year. Yeah. So
I interviewed Beth on last season on the Biscuit, and I think that was probably the wrong time to interview her because that's when she was about to start doing all these things with the ice cream, with the quarry. Yep. What you guys have done to that quarry restaurant is amazing because that space was so underutilized.
It was much needed, and now it's a lovely space for the leisure visitors as well as the dog walkers, the park runners. And I think they've had a very busy morning. I kind of feel bad, but not too bad.
I did step in there yesterday on my way out because we had to go and get the kid and then go for a few beers. But it's a lovely space, what you guys done there, so congratulations.
I'm pleased you like it, and hope everyone else does. But yeah, like I said, we had to get it done at breakneck speed because Sid, Beth's husband, he finished up the work and then literally had to just walk over the field and start setting up marquees the next day. So it's been, I think we all need a long holiday after this.
I think so. You're a well-seasoned chef, right? You've done this for a long time. Are you still taking inspiration for every sort of chef you work with?
Absolutely. Always learning. Even like James's class, for instance. I dare say I'll learn something this afternoon. I love it. It's fantastic, and equally you learn things from the students as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How not to do this or how to do it? Yeah.
Well, precisely. Yeah. So it's wonderful every year. I feel privileged to be part of it.
I was talking to James about legacy. I mean, we were talking about. I was watching The Bear. I love The Bear. Yeah. Great TV show. And they talk about things you take from chefs from your journey from the beginning. and the things that chefs take from you, and like
Yeah.
you've got this like crazy mind map of things that you've taken from people and people are taking from you.
It is. It's like an ever-evolving ecosystem, and every chef on site I know or I've known for years or I know of, and likewise. And it's lovely. It's a great community to be in.
Amazing.
100%.
What's the most exciting thing you are working on at the moment?
I can't say.
You're not allowed to say?
Yeah, I can't say.
Okay, right. I'm going to carry on this thing from yesterday. I didn't get a chance to ask James, but if you had to make one signature dish to impress, and you get plenty of prep time, what dish are you cooking? We've asked everybody this. Got to see the cogs turning in his head.
I know. I can't answer that question.
Yes, you can.
I can't, because it depends on mood. It depends on the weather.
It's for the wife.
It depends
for the wife, and it's something that you're going to cook for her, just to bring a twinkle in her eye and make her swoon over you. What are you going to cook for
I'd
her?
take her to the chip shop. Northern lad, didn't I? I'd take her to the chip shop. She'd love it.
I do you know what? I genuinely love that, because we've had people come up with some really intricate dishes, and we've gone, we're going to get chippy.
You're going to get a chippy. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Loads of vinegar, though. You're going to have loads of vinegar.
I love it. Thank you, Chris, for chatting to me.
No worries.
I really love that. One of the most experienced chefs on site right now has said that he'll take his wife to the chippy to impress her. I just think that's really, really funny.
Yeah. So we'll do a bit of a together.
So you may remember, I think it was Kids Festival 2 years ago. We spoke to the Rock Project, and you guys are here today in a big bad way. You want to introduce yourselves?
Yeah, I'm Lisa. I do sort of all the photography, cables. Has everyone got everything? Is the drum in the right place for them?
And guess what? I'm Lisa as well.
Lisa and Lisa.
Lisa and Lisa, that's easy enough, isn't it? I just kind of like deal with all the parents and all the students and jamming and all the playing and concerts and stuff like that. So there you go.
I mean, School of Rock is one of my favourite films of all time, and I kind of think about what you guys do as something similar to like giving kids the opportunity to go and just slam on a guitar and
We like to do that. A little bit of coordination with it as well is always good.
Well, of course, nobody wants to listen to some drivel, do they?
Well, no, that's it, isn't it? And they are pretty cool. They were on stage earlier today, and they did us proud, didn't they, Lois? They were absolutely phenomenal. We were so proud of them on stage. Fantastic. They really enjoyed it as well.
If we're getting tears from parents, we've done a good job.
The right kind of tears, obviously,
Our son goes to Get Your Wiggle On. He loves being on stage, and he loves learning the shows that he's part of, and what it does for his confidence in the outside world is great. And I guess you guys must get the same, don't you, when you encourage your kids to do.
Well, we've had quite a few students come up to us today, and some ex-students as well. They're a lot taller than me now, and which is not very difficult. So I'm only 5'2", and basically we've got some video of them when they first came to the tent 8 years ago, when they're like knee-high to a grasshopper, having a little taster in the tent, and today we just can't believe them. They've been on the stage playing. It's just been phenomenal, isn't it, babe? That's my word of the day.
We've had two come over when we used to have a session in Newtown. We've had two come over. There's a photo down here of one of them, and she went, "That was me 9 years ago. We're now getting married and buying a house. We met at Rock Project."
Can you
That's
believe
incredible.
that? So we try to, bring like-minded people together, and if they stay together, that's even nicer, isn't it?
It's fantastic to be on a journey like that from here. We were talking. It's mad how it all kind of falls into one. We're talking about legacy. I've been talking about legacy today because I watched The Bear last night, which is a great show. And they're talking about little bits you take from different people as you move along through life.
Yeah,
little bits that like students take from you and you take from them. How do you feel like you guys have evolved in the time that you started this to now?
I would say we've learned from them as well, students, basically, because you need to know, obviously, what your students want as well. It's not all about a one-way input, is it, So we just try and give them what they need, but at the same time, we try and enjoy the whole session, really, don't we? As a group.
Try and keep it light. Try and keep it light, but without chaos ensuing. Within the realms of hearing the music they kind of want to play, but with a little bit of like, yeah, but have you heard this from the tutors? That it'd be nice if you learnt this, because this slots in with where you are now. This was 20 years ago, and how music has, and it's really nice when you see the kids wanting to learn stuff I've never heard of. And I go, oh, I quite like this. Who's this? And they'll tell me what that is. And then you hear them playing something at 12, and I'm going, that's Cream. That's like, and they're bringing stuff up from the 60s and 70s that they're enjoying as well.
I just watched the Nickelback documentary, which I've always been a Nickelback fan. I look and I don't understand the hate towards it. I really don't.
Yeah, that's always been there, hasn't it?
Yeah, I don't understand.
It's weird.
They've got an amazing drummer. The songwriting's great, but when it comes to that sort of thing, you've got to follow your own individual path, right?
Definitely.
Falling into being a sheep and following the herd is not a great thing. Do you kind of encourage that independence with your students and like what you like, enjoy what you enjoy?
Yeah, we let them bring in the songs to the session that they would like to learn, even though we may not have heard of some of them. So it's good for us to listen to what they're interested in as well, because it means that we're learning stuff as well that we wouldn't normally. We have quite a good eclectic mix of music. We are the school of rock and pop. But do you know what? Let's just bring in everything. That's what it's all about, really.
I'm not really embarrassed about what I like. 80s boy band to Willie Nelson country sort of.
Bring in some Prince. Let's play some Prince.
Yeah. They're not keen on Prince. I don't know. I don't understand why they're not keen.
They love the Beatles as well, don't they?
Yeah, they love the Beatles.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love the Beatles?
Well, yeah, even if we've just opened their mind up to all the music that's out there. That's great, isn't it? Because it's history, isn't it? Like anything else.
I think you're offering something it's unique, but it's not. I think you're offering kids an opportunity, right? And that's really, really important that they got this opportunity to. This little man here, right, jamming.
I don't know who he is.
Just jamming away.
Yeah, he's quite happy.
Yeah. How can, if parents are listening to this, how can they get in touch with you guys to enlist their child into your?
Well, we're boot camp.
Yeah. we're on Facebook, Rock Project Shrewsbury Facebook group. And what else are we on there?
We're also Telford.
We're also Telford as well, because we opened up a year ago there. And basically, just go on there. There's a lot of information on there, how to contact us. We have got a main website, www.therockproject.com as well, or contact me direct, 07533 417768.
Brilliant. That was amazing. You rolled that off. You're well trained. Lovely to meet you guys. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of this weekend, and I hope the rain stays off. But fingers crossed. Nice to meet you guys.
So. Yeah, and you as well. Loving all the biscuits. That's awesome.
I'm so glad I hit record when Beth was doing that. That's amazing. I can't do this. Come to this event without speaking to you, Beth. How's it gone?
It's been really good. Yesterday was mental. It was absolutely full of people, and today is looking good as well so far. So yeah, really happy.
I'm kind of appreciating it's a bit cooler today.
Yeah, it's cold.
It feels fresh.
Yeah, we don't like fresh. We're not used to it. This is my first food festival where we haven't had a blue sky and some yellow stuff in it. But I'm going to live with it because the last month's been pretty rubbish. So I'd rather have this. And the music's good.
It's dry.
It's dry, exactly. Shh, don't talk about weather. Yeah, it'll be all right.
What do you learn every year when you do these events? I mean, obviously, every year is different, offers different challenges. I mean, what's it like for you when you do these? I mean, it's different every year?
Yeah, we've taken on a bit too much this last couple of months. So this one's been a tough one, and my team have really picked up a lot of stuff for me. But we live and learn, and every year we tweak it a bit. I've changed layout slightly this year, and that has worked amazingly with the street food guys. They're all very appreciative, which has meant that the atmosphere on the hill's been improved. Layout we tweaked down the bottom, and again that's worked really well. The big problem you have as a festival organiser is that when you see something one year, you can't do anything about it for another 12 months. So we try and live and learn, and meet the challenges head on, and that's what you do.
I think you're looking incredible this year. I think it's been really good, actually. I think yesterday the vibes were so good. I took a couple of videos for the reel yesterday, and I didn't even have to try and make things look sexy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Just look great.
That's what we said as well with our video. You know, you've got people dancing in front of the stage, you've got kids having the best time, and to be fair, there's lots of that as well today. We've got cute piglets. I mean, seriously, what more does anyone need in their life to make them smile?
I could sit and watch those piglets all day. Honestly, they're great. I was just chatting to Chris Burt, and we were talking about the quarry. I'm so glad the quarry kitchen. That space was so underutilised, and for you guys to come and do what you've done there is fantastic. How's that been for you?
That's been part of the reason why I'm so tired now, because that was a very quick turnaround. To refurb that place was awful. So actually, to have to turn it around and make it into what the dream was. The dream was all about local food. It's about supporting local producers, having just a really nice attraction in the most beautiful place in the whole world, obviously, the quarry, that actually it's been crying out for it. I think there hasn't been a citizen of Shropshire that hasn't walked past it before and gone, oh my God, what a wasted space.
Yeah.
And now they're going to walk past it and go, oh, I fancy a beer.
It smells amazing as well. The food smells amazing. We take Timmy swimming every week. It's going to be very hard for us not to go in there and have food.
You don't have to stop yourself from going in there and having food. So I have to say, a pizza is just insane. Every time I go in there, they make me a different kind. So when you see me in about 2 months' time, and I'm actually 3 times the size I am now, that'll be there.
Rolling you down the quarry.
Yeah, and I won't be able to run the food festival next year because I'll be too fat. So.
And we just bought an ice cream, amazing ice cream.
Yeah.
Well done.
Of course. Yeah, and that was another silly decision of mine, wasn't it? So.
I don't know, I think it's great.
No, it's fun, and they are doing really well. So again, we've swapped that over to using local organic milk. It's all handmade. We've got chefs on hand doing some really good flavours. So there's nothing rubbish in them. It's not all air, which is what you usually buy when you buy ice cream. So Shropshire Ice Cream Company, if you see it somewhere, go and buy an ice cream, because that is supporting local producers. It's supporting local farmers. And it's it's helping make a dream come true.
Have you got any messages you want to say to people that are taking part in the festival this year?
So 3 different lots of people. I think anyone that's been any part of the crew behind the scenes, all of the stage guys, the volunteers, all of my phenomenal team, you're all absolutely amazing. And the festival, I always feel very guilty when you come and do an interview with me, because there is a lot of people here that are not recognised for the hard work that they do, and they really should be. The exhibitors have been cooking for days. Everybody is just trying to do what they do to make a living, and everyone's very passionate about it. The visitors that have come, thank you, because actually, if you don't support those local producers, they won't exist, and we'll just have to shop in Aldi forevermore, and that would be really awful. And then, then basically, if you go to an event and it's not one of ours, then that's brilliant. If you go to anything that means that you can keep live events and festivals going, it is getting tougher and tougher out there to run live events. So if there's something happening in your local town, go and support it, because the festival economy at the moment is really struggling, and so cost of living crisis has affected everybody, so costs have gone up massively. So if you can support it, if you can come out and buy off a local producer, come in and you're making memories, and that's really what we do best.
There was somebody complaining about this on Facebook the other day, and I'm trying to be positive because of a few things happening in the last couple of weeks I'm trying to be positive about. And I nearly went into some tirade about, you get chef demos, you get chef schools, you get these amazing things that the kids can use, all the rides for free. That's what you get, and you get to support, like you said, local producers.
And you go to the cinema and you pay basically the same price, and you get to sit in the dark and watch a film that's going to be on your television in 2 months' time, and yet that's okay to pay that. Or you go into a Starbucks and it's okay to pay £4.
It's an experience.
You're paying for a memory. If you want to go somewhere and have the same old experience and have nothing special or memories ever in your life, then that's one choice a person. If you want to go and make memories with a family and have an absolutely insanely lovely day out, where you don't have to spend a single penny more when you're in here, you can bring a picnic, but life's too short. And one thing that my favourite every year was a year after COVID, when everybody came in and was like, oh my God, we're so pleased we're all back together and we're making memories and we're going to go out more together and we're going to do stuff. People have got very short memories, and we need to have that kind of that attitude back that we all said we would do when we were locked in our houses, and people have forgotten very fast.
I remember that year. Do you remember that year we were at the bottom of the hill and I looked up and there were literally thousands of people up the hill and I was like, oh my God, this is amazing.
Yeah, and the vibes here, the people that come and support us are phenomenal and they come and support us, but it's those people, I get the same feeling. And what people have to remember is when they, I'm a bit like you, I don't want to go negative, but when you're putting that out there on social media, just have a moment to think, that's my business that we work really hard to. I'm feeding a family as well. That is all of these producers, that is all these volunteers. Be positive. I think we could all learn a lot about actually positive messaging rather than always, if you have a thought, maybe just keep it to yourself.
I'll just say yes to the universe. I think you got to be able to just
Well,
say.
when me and Sid first got together, one of the things we always said we would do is we never say no. I should maybe learn, as we're talking about Quarry Kitchen and ice cream here, say no to more. But we always said no one was ever on their deathbed and was glad they didn't do all the things they did. So, you want to be on your deathbed and be really pleased you had experiences and met people and did things that made you proud. I am so proud of what we do every single day.
Yeah, I'm proud of you guys too.
Yeah, we get out of bed, we work really hard, we do things that we truly believe in, and I don't think there's many jobs like you do what you believe in with Biscuit. And a lot of passion shines through from producers to us, and the people get it. Positive people feed off positive people, and anyone that's listening to you is obviously epic because they've got good taste, haven't they?
Absolutely.
So there won't be any horrible people on this channel, so thank you guys for being amazing.
Brilliant. One final thing I've got to ask you. We've asked everybody. Chris Burt gave the most ridiculous answer, and I'll tell you afterwards, but one signature dish that you got to cook to impress. You get to choose one dish. What are you cooking?
I won't tell you what I told Chris Burt I was going to make him for dessert. Can I use that dish? It doesn't really involve any cooking. I was quite tired when I told him I'm going to make him butterscotch angel delight.
Butterscotch?
I'm joking. We're at a food festival here. Right, I do the best apple crumble ever.
Oh.
We've got our own apple trees and I freeze them when they come out and I make an epic apple and rhubarb crumble or any kind of things. Yeah.
Chris Burt said he'd go to the chippy.
Well, I can make angel delight then, can't I?
I was like, I kind of like that because he's like by far one of the most experienced chefs on this field right now. He's like, I'll go to chippy. I was like, okay, kind of
to be
respect
fair,
that.
do you not think when you go to the chippy and you get those little bits and you have to eat them all and they're the best? And fish batter, I love fish batter.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm going to let you go and carry on organising this festival. Thank you for chatting to me.
I'm going to eat some chocolate.
Go and enjoy your chocolate. I'm going to go find my child. Just running around with your child somewhere.
Running around with my child, causing trouble. Apologise, Shrewsbury.
Well done for this year.
Thank
you guys
you.
are amazing. Thanks. And there we go. We heard from the gaffer herself, Beth Heath. I want to say thank you to everybody that spoke to me over the weekend. It was really good. It was really hard to sort of cut things down a little bit. Normally I go everywhere with the microphone and I'd record like 2 hours and have to do 2 episodes, but I wanted to be impactful with this, so I had to really sort of stop myself. But what I did do is I asked you guys on Facebook the same question as I asked the people I spoke to on this podcast. What is your signature dish? If you have one dish to impress, and what would you cook? We had some really good answers. Neville Street put a veggie chili. Claire Alton, she put a vegetable curry, lots of veggie stuff, which is quite cool. Andy McEwen put a mushroom and squash veggie Wellington, which sounds really unique. Ben Antliff put fajitas with all the trimmings. That sounds like a perfect meal for me. Miriam Banish from the US put a Yankee pot roast. I want to know what a Yankee pot roast is now. Now you've piqued my interest, Miriam. So I need to find out what that is. Sue Ainsworth put a king prawn scallop risotto. Not really a fish food thing, but that's a risotto. From what I know, is quite an ambitious meal to cook, so that's cool. Lucy Orchard, my good friend, she put slow cooked pork belly risotto. Again, popular dish. That sounds amazing as well, actually. Legina Leo put curry. Of course she would. That's what she does. She teaches people how to cook amazing curries. David Wright, who's been on the Biscuit before, he put butternut squash and sage risotto with Brussels sprout and kale salad. Not too sure about the Brussels sprouts, but I'd never say never. I'll try it, And then finally, our good friend Shane Chebsey put a chicken curry. Oh, fantastic dishes, guys. I mean, cooking to impress. I did say during this podcast, and I've said before that I think I make the best cheese on toast. on the planet. My good friend Tom Bruno over there in America, who we co-hosted USUC together for a while, he laughs at that because Americans and their palates, they don't kind of get British food. And when you say, we just put cheese on a bit of toast, it's kind of like, it sounds bland to them, but we love that. That's what we like. Okay, I want to say that we got a lot of stuff coming up soon with the Shrewsbury Biscuit. We've got different kind of content. I'm going to be putting things on YouTube that will also be on the podcast. So if you want to see the visual, go to YouTube or listen to the podcast in the car or doing your chores or whatever you, wherever you guys listen, then it'll be available too. But the car series is coming very soon. I'm going to start working on it tomorrow. I'm going to start recording some stuff. So the idea is Greenhouse Shrewsbury going to give us a car. We're then going to park that car in front of some sexy location in Shrewsbury, and then get a camera in front of the car, get me and a guest in front of the car, in front of the camera, and it's just all going to work out collaboratively really well, I think. So the Shrewsbury Biscuit car series coming soon. Giving a shout out to the Quarry Kitchen as well. If you've not been that side of the quarry by the swimming baths, make sure you go and have a look, because what Beth Heath and her team have done to that little spot there in the corner with the Quarry Kitchen, it looks amazing and it smells amazing too. You can't walk past there now without wanting to walk in there and grab a pizza. It's a bit like Looney Tunes when they smell the pie in the window and they sort of float towards. That's a bit what it's like, And you know what? Next week is going to be our last episode of season Bravo. I am looking to create a guest list for 10 guests for season Charlie. I've got a couple people in mind, but if you know somebody that you'd really, really want to get on the show, then you can email me at shrewsburybiscuitpodcast@gmail.com. Guys, thank you so much for tuning into this episode. I really appreciate all of you listeners. And we'll catch you on the next one, yeah? This has been great. Peace out.